Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do different smokes on Ascent. As a smoker myself, I see the most ridiculous things in my games when I'm not playing smokes. So I think this is highly needed. I guess we can start with attack on cheats here.
My ultimate is ready.
I don't do this in game though, because that would be cheating. Would be a little bit too OP, you know. And by the way I do this little bicycle jump is you combo it with a crouch when you go off the bicycle, like this, crouch, and then uncrouch, jump up. You double bind spacebar as jump and control, because when you control and then jump and release control midair, you don't actually make any noise when they jump. See? In comparison to just jumping, you make the little, yep. So here it's kind of like crouch jump, instead of just jumping. Honestly, the hardest part is just hitting the bicycle. And now you're completely silent up these little boxes. And it's really helpful for if they are using one-ways like this to hold aiming. And you can just do this. Yeah, I made noise there, but like still you get the points. So smokes for A. Here you want to use your minimap to line up the smokes with this wall here. I'll show you also as well what it looks like in out of like what's it called, ghost mode. Yeah, so just plop it down. Then when you swing out of this smoke as the defender, you get exposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2 and 14 angles. And that's not very fun. In comparison to if I would smoke something like this, for example, it is way easier already to isolate so many more gunfights. Or even like this. I used to do this, but yeah, I realized it wasn't very good. Yeah, like you have like half the gunfights already. So for the next smoke, you want to do the door smoke. And you always want to pay attention to flushing the smoke, like keeping it in line with the wall. That way, when someone goes to toggle door, they can't rat at the smoke, like how they could if it was something like this, or a bit less. But you know, if you like, fuck it up a bit and do this, it's very easy to give them space to rat in. And if they're on an eco, they can sit here with a classic and just like one-tap your switch guy. Of course, it can still happen while you have the smoke, but it's a lot harder. And they can't really like take this gunfight as easily as they could if it was a like bad smoke. Even like this, still like mangle. Right. So for the last smoke, it's more for like when you're in ecos or you wanna
Cover going out.
not have as many angles to fight. You can smoke like this to block most of heaven, as well as keep the dice player from swinging you. He won't swing you this side, because he's one way. And he has angle disadvantage unless he goes all the way back here and crouches. So the defense should smoke by something like this to help the side player navigate. And this one just makes it super awkward to navigate side as well, so that's a little bonus. I don't use it that much, but if we are on eco, it's decent. It can confuse side players and stuff. But if they're on eco, they can just sit in the smoke with a Judge or Bucky or Shorty and wrap around, or depending on how you place it. So do be careful of that. That's it for the A attack smokes. So now we'll go over to mid. So a thing about mid is ideally you want to peek like falling down over this box like this to kind of jump spot for info. If they have an opera, it's a crazy difficult shot to hit, as well as you get so much free info. You see all of like arch, like all the angles, so it's free info. You can do upwards like this. You can do downwards. I mean jiggle, you can switch it up. Jiggle one round, upwards. You get it. So the way you want to smoke top is exactly like this. Because if the defense swing out of the smoke, boom, 1, 2, 3, can be a triple hold, can be, yeah, there, this angle, Rosa, stairs, this, people often play like in this little lane here. There's always like someone here for some reason. When they're, there's always someone here when they're trying to go bottom mid. So basically, it's a one and done for when they swing out like in the smoke, and they also can't go on the rails. If you do even this smoke, it's still like quite bad because you can isolate, and then now you're no longer exposed to catwalk because of the wall here. But some people smoke like this, and then this is very bad because they can just isolate cat like this, and there's not really that many angles. I guess you can say this angle is still dangerous, but not that many people play here, at least in the lower ranks. And that's where you see these smokes. For bottom mid, there's actually... So, usually what you want to do is you want to do the flush smoke, but... Okay, this is really bad flush smoke. Still. This is actually kind of tricky because they can get this off angle onto you. They can like have a pixel here, so it's really hard to clear, as well as when you're clearing all these double angles here. Someone can be down here, up here, 50-50, and then you get back shots from clearing these angles. So the way you want to smoke it is you can kind of use this little outside box for help. And you want to smoke it something like this, because now the hole is filled. They can no longer see above it. They also can't see cat from anywhere. There's like no info to be given to get. But at the same time, you have to be more careful of people swinging out of the smoke. Like this, or this, yeah. So, ideally you would have someone hold the smoke for when you're scaling cat, or mid. When you push past cat, you have used probably this smoke to cover this angle here. The second smoke you can do is technically this one, but since it's flushed, it opens up these angles like here. That's especially if they have this smoke, and then you toss this smoke. It is really hard to push through that and come out of it alive. I guess you can swing close to avoid it, but your teammates might not know it. So what you can do is smoke this. That way this angle is irrelevant. But now, again, they can wait like 15 seconds, and they can swing this angle. No here, no here, no here. Okay, backstab, and then backstabs. So you have to keep that in mind and choose which one, inform your team of which one you're doing, and the possible dangers of it. For the Next smoke I'm gonna show you is this one.
Shadows traveling.
It's very commonly comboed with a Sova Dart here, maybe a Fade Scan on this, or Sova Drone, Fade Prowler, because then you can clear all of this space. But this smoke,
Cover going out.
this usually isn't worth it because it's very quick to cross. I know there is a lot of angles, off angles. There's also this little jump spot here that you can use to spot mid if I can do the jump. Like this. So you can get free info. And it's really hard to kill you off this as well. That's good for the defense. But you can use the smokes cages from Cypher. If you have like double smokes, I guess you can do it. But I would use your smokes if you have room smokes, for example, because yours refresh over time. That way he can smoke CT or whatever you need for B-side. That is mostly it. Depending, you can do this to create more pressure. Okay, that's a bit tight smoke, but you can do this to create more pressure towards defense. If you want to take this space and have someone lurk maybe on top of these barrels. Few people actually check this angle when they're rotating from A. It's a nasty angle to CT. You can also just like hide like this to kill the rotates. Really good angle, honestly. Because people often just like don't full clear this. Like this is cleared, but you can still be in the corner in the corner. And now for the B smokes. You start here, maybe jump spots. This is your first smoke, like 90% of the time. You always want to smoke like this flush because there's no like crazy gap like in mid here. This is the same as the door smoke on A. You want to keep it flushed, that way they can't rat in the this. You can hide outside the door, or use it to scale out and isolate fights. The second one is the city smoke. This one isn't as important as the other ones, but you do want to remove like this angle here that I didn't. Because a lot of people like to scale up mid, holding this angle, or this is kind of a crazy off angle. Or like one and done, I guess. You can drop the logs. For some reason I see people play that in ranked this year. So you want to do it more to the left side. And now you see all of these angles are like in the smoke, so you can't see over the smoke or anything like that. So usually a B exec, I would smoke something like this and like this. Especially this one, take your time. This one not as important. If you have a gap in your smokes, make sure to let your teammates know. That way they're aware of it. And you can actually use it to your advantage if you smoke like this, for example. You can hold CT like here for when they run down the ramp. Not head level, this isn't head level actually, this is more head level.
I need this.
For sight, there's not really many smokes you want to do on site, but if there are a lot of people playing site, you can smoke. I would smoke left archway, because that way you can just focus on this angles instead of looking here and then having to flick to the like this. Less flicking to this one than this one. As well as you get rid of all of these angles here and back here for when you're scaling onto site. Also keep in mind you can silent. Okay. Most people can silent drop here if I can do it. Kind of hard. Drop. If I can do it. There we go. You can practice it, but it's kind of hard to do. Now we do it twice in a row, and jumping on these boxes is really good. Infinite off angles, like playing this in post, is insane, as well as this one, maybe even better. If someone is holding your lane, like here, boats, woodhouse. I would say Omen is one of the best smokers in the game by far. I'm surprised he's still not nerfed, because his kit is like genuinely OP. Except for his ult, it's kind of underwhelming, but you can use it to just gather info if they are going slow or haven't made noise for a while. You can use it to reposition for rotates, and his paranoia is just, honestly, it's a bit too good. Like here, I get almost all of the angles that we need to worry about. Half the side in one ability, and and use that with like a Sova Dart maybe here, and you get to scan like all of sight. And his TPs as well, they are really good. You can TP, yeah, no. His TPs as well, they're also really good, because you can like TP like this, and that way you have a crazy off angle on the boat guy, as well as stair guy, because I'm gonna be honest, no one is looking up here on defense. Unless they see you TP, but they might actually think you're TPing down here because of the noise you make when you drop. I will make more of these map guides. I guess now we're on to defense, but I will make more of these map guides for all of the different maps, or different mid-side smokes. So comment which map you want to see next, and I'll make sure to do it within the next couple of videos. So, defense. There are different layers when you're on defense. Attack is a bit simpler, but on Ascent, you almost every single round, you want to do this one way here, as far on the edge as you can. Then I like having someone else hold this smoke, because if you even crouch here, there's like no way you actually see enough to be able to pre-fire. So do this every round, unless you're starting B, or you guys just don't want it, or you have no one to hold it for some reason. It's just really good for obvious reasons. The next smoke, you'll have to pick between this one. This one is really good because you can tell if someone is scaling to wine. You either hear Omen TP, it's good for ecos. Your Omen TP, and Euro TP, you can just swing for eco. It's also really good for ecos, as I said, making it flush with the wall here, because that way, once again, basically impossible to isolate.
Cover going out.
I also mentioned it's really good for ecos. Either you swing close here, out of the smoke, infinite angles, as well as far. You also swing into like 20 angles. Really good for holding with a judge, when you have like raised jet, and Neon Yoru, if anyone still is playing Neon. So yeah, you can hold this with
shadows traveling.
eco weapons, really good free kills. And then there is default main smoke that everyone knows. That's good. If you have someone that is playing close to the smoke with eco weapons, like the classic, for example, I often get like so many free kills by doing this type of bubble smoke, because you can use it to isolate, like if they are
cover going out,
scaling out of the smoke, you can tap, and then you can swing switch guy because it's close, aiming for head level when they swing out the right side of the smoke, triple shoot, and it's just really good. As Omen, you can also reposition to a safer position, because they're gonna look here, once you get a kill or two, then you can live here with a TP. So stage 2 for mid smokes is choosing between having a crossfire in mid and smoking like this, having one person here, okay, one person here or here, or up here. So the smoke is kind of interesting because depending on how you place it, you can see through to mid. Okay, that was a bit bold, but this one, they can't really see much if they oh, okay, they can't see much if they're looking from cat. It's like barely anything, not good enough to be safe. So you can intentionally smoke a bit with a bit of gap to hold the mid crosshair, because people often play this angle and then they will die to you here up here. If you do the smoke one round and then use with a crossfire here or here, the next time they see the smoke they will be suspicious and you will bait out more util like Phoenix Flash, and that's one less sun to look at when he actually goes inside and goes to fuck you up. But the next one is obviously this one. It's good. You can watch it from here, and they have to swing so many angles. It's basically impossible to get out of the smoke without something like a Phoenix Flash or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot of angles. Some of them are one and dones, yes, but they don't know that. Well, they know it's one and dones, but they don't know if anyone is here with a shorty and gets huge value from just sitting here with holding a smoke. So, second layer for defense is when you fall back to site, you have tossed one way, did that for a while, you've tossed maybe this smoke, now you're falling back to site, you're getting another smoke. This one is the most used mid-side smoke, but depending on if you're on eco or full buy, I would use this smoke. It also negates this angle, or okay, now I smoked it, I'll show you after. So you can play this with a shotgun, obviously, very good. You can also play this just with like normal guns as well. You can use it to scale out on this side when they go in. You can swing this, really good swing here. And then you can kill Planter, Switch player, Gen player. You can go back in it, because by the time you kill 2, there's probably someone in the smoke. You can re-clear it, go back side again. And it's a not very commonly used smoke. Oh, now I can show you. This angle here, really strong. Hard to play. Whoa. Hard to play, but it's really strong. Because you get head glitch, and people can like barely see you. So ideally you'd want to either do this one, do this one. Those are the 2 smokes. Now for mid, stage 2 smokes, you can do, if you don't want to fight reclear all of mid, you can do this one if you just want to get market, and then do fast execute and fast retake. But then you are risking people sitting in the smoke, people sitting past this smoke, and giving you back shots once again. Also, important thing, this is a really good off angle. People sit here and crouch over this, so that when you go to clear this angle, like the box player behind here, you actually get fucked by this guy. The way we can clear this is by banging here. I'll show you. Actually, it's more left? Yeah, more left. Somewhere here in the corner. Right there, yeah. And on this one, it's just in between here, because they sit here, maybe crouch. You can crouch, you can stand. In between this little O thing, rope, a rope maybe. For retake smokes then. A lot of people just default to doing main, and then one of the boat smokes. But there are a lot of better smokes you can actually do. You can do... If you're on eco, I would actually consider doing this smoke, because you ignore all of the early angles, and you just get straight to sight. And then you can smoke this as well for eco. And then you can just like... You have to clear a lot of angles anyway. But then you can ignore a lot of them too. And you can use this or this, depending on what you want. This one covers lane. Very nice. I love this smoke. You do have to watch out for this guy. So you would clear... So you cleared this. You go to smoke all sides. Obviously, just these angles. You can do the wall bang on that guy. And you have to remember to clear this one. You could smoke this. TP into it. Okay. You can...
Can't go there.
You can TP into it and then go lane. You can drop out of the smoke. That's up to you. Play these 4 angles here. But it's not that great of a smoke if we're just scaling onto side with no movement. So I wouldn't do that if you've used both your TPs or didn't buy them. Because it's a really like 50-50. You get one way too.
Cover
you know?
going out.
People can hold this, and you just die. Drop dead. If you don't want to deal with lane player, you just smoke this, I guess. This can also help the fight player, the anchor, fight for his life. When the defense are retaking, this is a good smoke. But for stairs, I would do a falling smoke. Look at the minimap, like that it's gonna be in line with the walls and such. Like this. And then when the arrow disappears... Okay, way too high. I'm smoking for LeBron James. When the arrow disappears under the smoke, that's when you peek, because they're one way. Okay, very good, next up. So, now I can show you. This is a good smoke. Peek. One way. Also, this one, you can push through, and then you can do this. I wouldn't do this as a smoker, unless you have no util left, but you can have like a raised jet Yoru push through like that, and they can like backstab the retakers. Because let's be honest, who in their right mind is clearing this angle here? No one. Yes, that's right. Also, hard to push out of 20 angles. When you're playing site, you want to use these boxes, and maybe this one. So the way you get onto those is just use ledge, jump around as you wish. You can also do gun jumping. There's not really any point in doing the silent jump, but can you even do it? Okay, that one you can do it. That one you cannot do it. Not with gun at least. Alright, let me try. With the knives. Oh, you can. Okay. But there's like minimal. That is extreme mint maxing. There's minimal gain to that. Okay, so for box, play this angle, have someone hold your lane. You can do this with any agent too, that's what is so good about it. This angle is really good. This one is really good because it also hides most of lane. This one hides actually all of lane, so it's beautiful. And you can hear them drop, unless they do a silent drop, you can hear them drop. And then if you're in the 1v1, you'll know they're behind you, and you can do this, just like re-clear, play on top of the box, swing angles. Okay, over to retake smokes on A sites. On A, depending on their agents, there are some angles you have to clear, and some angles you do not have to clear. Because Jet is very popular, she can just, like, drift onto this angle. It's really good. People almost never play this angle for some reason. They just push up into heaven instead, like a bot, and get themselves killed. So, for retake, you can do...
Cover going
Now it's
out.
your turn to do this smoke, because main isolated. Most of the site angles are actually gone from this smoke. Because dice is a really strong power position. So when you smoke away dice like
Cover
this,
going out.
you just don't, you get to ignore all of those angles like right there, as well as the off angle here and this. So with this smoke, oh shit, you would want to use it to drop and clear hell. You just have, okay, wait.
Shadows
And have one guy
traveling.
holding gen, like this, and then you can literally like triple drop, 4-man pop, clear hell, go site, fuck him up, second smoke here.
Shadows traveling.
There is also a lineup from when it was Fnatic versus someone.
Here.
Let me see. This looks like it hits all of hell actually. So you can
Stealing
toss
sight.
this without blinding heaven. And that would basically just like secure you the round 90%. Maybe actually aim a little down. That way you know.
Blinding.
So those are the retake smokes. You can also use this one for retaking. It blocks main, a lot of gen angles and switch angles for all of heaven. It's
Shadows
the
traveling.
way the smokes on the angles work is you want the bubble side, I'm gonna call it the bubble side towards the enemy, and you want the flush side towards yourself. So just like the mid-side smoke
Cover
for
going out.
the anchor, this is a defense smoke, and technically
Cover
this would
going
be
out.
the attacker version of it, but yeah, there's a better example on Haven. So this is the Haven example I was talking about. This would be the attacker version of the smoke, like here, like so. And this would be the defender version of the smoke. Because for defenders, attackers would have to swing through basically a wall here. They would swing this, this, these angles, and this one. While if you smoke like this for the defenders, they can swing out here and only clear CT, this, and then. Yeah, Gen. Or they can swing out here and clear this. They can also have someone crouch jump here to spot backside, and then you can clear it that way with like 70% certainty, unless someone is crouching like here. So sometimes you can actually just use the defense smoke on attack or attack smoke on defense, just tweak it a little bit. There are multiple examples of that, but I'm not gonna list them all here. You have to watch the other videos too. This is gonna be a very long video, I think, at least. I've been recording for about an hour. To get on gen, you can use this brown beam here. You can, when it disappears, you can just double jump like that, or bunny hop. like that. Just practice that. Maybe with a crouch, maybe without. Can do it without the crouch, but it also helps having jump on the scroll wheel. That way you can like spam jump. When you do the defense smoke and you want to use a shotgun, like this, you want to give yourself a little cover here. Hold like this, or like this. It's really strong, and it doesn't look that suspicious. It looks like you just threw it in a haste. You can also condition this by using this smoke as your default main smoke. That way they won't notice anything off with it. Or you can use this, play in it, and then you do it again, and then they will use more precious util to clear it, like a silver drone, for example. Because they don't want a guy dying to a guy with a shorty. That would be it for the Ascent smokes. There will be more of these videos coming. I'm gonna do... I might also do Bind just because I love the map so much, and it's obviously eventually gonna go back to rotation. But I haven't decided yet, so we'll see. Let me know if you want Bind, because it's a really good map. They should not have taken that map out of the rotation. Yeah, so subscribe, make sure to stay tuned for the next ones. Leave a like if you learned something new, and leave a comment on feedback, video, on tech. Let me know if I left something out that I should have included. Yeah, bye.